O'Neill Outside is presented by Rockwell Tools, tools that rock.
Hello again, boys and girls. I'm O'Neill, and welcome to our program. The lessons in today's program are twofold. Number one, you get to go fishing with Mac Farr, outstanding guide at Lake Lanier for stripers, and you'll learn lots. And number two, I get to introduce you to my friend from California, Ricky Robinson, with a great story about how he improved his life and exited South LA using the outdoors as the vehicle. There's a lesson there, and you'll see it today on O'Neill Outside. There that critter is right there. Got your sea legs?
Oh yeah, I got them. I'm ready.
Does this look like California?
Not at all.
Ricky, Mac Farr.
Mac Farr,
Mac.
how are you?
Ricky, how
Nice
are
to
you?
meet you. Nice
Pleasure
to
to
meet
meet you, my
you.
friend
Pleasure to
O'Neill.
meet you.
Is
Good
there,
to see you.
is there a fish out there we can catch?
I'll tell you in about 4 or 5 hours. How about that?
Well, I'm willing to stick with it.
Climb on in.
Come on in here, Ricky.
All right.
Look there, and that little dot will verify it. That's definitely a fish, and it's probably a striper.
If you did not have someone to prove to you that this power reeling would work, then you would never say, hey, let's give that a try. No, somebody's got to give you confidence. Oh, I just got bit, sure enough. The stripers are in deep water. The bigger the striper, they're in deeper water. So Mac finds them on the depth finder, and you drop down, and I'll let this giant spoon go down to 60 feet. Then I stop it, and I power reel back up, and you keep the rod tip. Now this is all from Mac's teaching. You keep the rod tip right there, and you reel it up to 30 feet. You get it, go back down. If you let it go to about 60 feet, engage the reel and reel it back up, keeping the rod tip down, because if you get bit and you're way up high somewhere, you're not going to get him. Reel it up to 30 feet, let it go back down again. It sounds really weird, and it is, but it works.
Nice.
Oh man, yeah. Terrific. 5-minute fish. He was at 60 feet.
I was going to ask you how deep you was.
He was at 60 feet.
Did he just knock the tar out?
Nope, soft, just very soft.
All right, there we go.
How old is that fish?
That fish was probably stocked in 12, so he'll be 3 years old in May of next year. They're stocked in May.
Okay.
You want to let that guy go?
Yeah, let's go.
Go and go. Take off, buddy. There you go. All right.
Let me see that bait.
There you go. Tied you
People
back
are
on.
gonna look at this and say, "Are you crazy?"
And you know what I'm gonna say? I am, but that's beside the point. We've known I'm crazy for a while. People immediately look at that and say, "Oh, it's too big."
Yeah.
But you know what? You look at that bait, and you look at the gizzard shad that live in this lake or any other lake for that matter. Even a herring, that's bigger than a herring, but a lot of herring get 8 inches long. That's an 8-inch spoon. It's not that big. The fish you just released was a 3-pound fish. He had no problem. His mindset was he could eat it, and he did. We caught him. So don't be intimidated by it. It's bigger than a lot of the lures we use, but it's not that big.
And you've rigged it with stinger hooks.
Yes, because it's big enough a fish can grab it here and not get a hook in him. The hook's so far back, so you put that stinger. And remember too, we're holding it here, it's stationary in the water, it's doing this, it's moving left and right. A fish can dart and slash at it. If he's up here on this part of the bait, he never gets hooked. So the stinger hook will raise your hookup rate fairly substantial.
O'Neill Outside is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Boat US, Loyal Pet Food, and the Whitetail Institute of North America. After an hour or so of power reeling, Captain Mac changed tactics. They're now trolling with lead core line along a creek channel.
Describe it, Mac, what Ricky's doing here, buddy.
All right, what we did, we saw some fish spiked up in about 30 feet up in the water column as opposed to 50 or 60. So we took a jig on, this is lead core line, and we just trolled it over them. Now, to get the depth we needed though, Ricky's out 300 feet. That's why it's taking him so long. He's literally 300 feet, or he was. He's about, oh, he's getting close now. We'll have him here in a minute. But we're pulling that, and that gets the jig down to 25, 30 feet.
Otherwise, it'd just skip along too shallow, wouldn't it?
And they'd watch it go right over their head. So slide him over here, Ricky. Just slide him to me. There you go. Got it. There's your first Georgia striper.
That's my first Georgia
Hold him
stripe.
up there. Got him. Let me have that. There you go. Excellent.
Absolutely. Look at that.
Good deal.
I'm hanging on my keychain.
Ricky does all of his fishing for stripers in California. So describe what you would do on a given day in California for stripers.
On a given day, as far as stripers go, we would probably use the AC plug, and we would run the lead core line, and we would probably be out about 6 to 8 colors. And usually 6 to 8 colors, you'd like down about 60 to 80 feet down. And hopefully they see it coming and you present it to them just right, and they snatch it up, man, and you just have a wang dang doodle with it.
Have you got a fishing buddy that you go with most of the time?
I have a fishing buddy, and his wife let him go out when he's
Oh, I see.
when all his chores are done, he can go out.
That's right. Well, Ricky's single, so he doesn't have to check with anybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. I just enjoy being outdoors, and O'Neill, I can tell you, it saved my life. Absolutely. Being outdoors from a young man, I had 2 ways to go, and outdoors, I think my grandfather, he gave it to me when I was young to fish and provide meat for the family, but also it kept me from going astray.
Hanging out on the
Hanging
corner.
out on the corner. I'd much rather just like take my bike and ride over to Griffith Park and just walk through the mountains if I couldn't fish. But when I became of age and I was driving, I found the closest lake. I bought my little Zebco rod, and I've been fishing ever since.
Ricky told me when we first met a couple of years ago that the outdoors had actually saved your life.
Absolutely. It saved my life more than once, let me tell you.
Kept you out of the trouble.
Kept me out of
Yeah.
trouble, you know, as a young man, and being in, I would say, the lower income part of town. You know, there's only so many
In LA,
opportunities.
South
in LA,
L- yeah, okay.
South Central LA. And there was only so many opportunities that, you know, it's either good or bad. You know, you make the choice.
I see.
And it was unbelievable.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I invited Ricky here to come to Georgia and go fishing with us, to tell that story that the outdoors meant so much. And he told me when we first talked about it,
Absolutely.
it saved my
It
life.
saved my life. Every single day that I can be in the mountains, I have an opportunity to think back to my childhood and how blessed I am to have a grandfather that exposed me to the outdoors at an early age, because it opened up my mind. I'd rather be outside in the rain, fishing, than at work.
I got you.
You know?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Look, you got one right there.
Oh.
Get him right there.
Got him, O'Neill?
Yeah, I got him.
Did he bite it on that speed change there?
Yep.
All right, that's the way to do it, fellas. Get them 2 at a time. Now, well, this is what I like about lead core now, O'Neill. We got a creek channel here that's, let me shut down, let y'all fight these fish. It's literally, what, I don't know, several hundred yards long, and there may be fish in one part of it, and it's hard to search for fish with bait. Lead core, you can put your baits out, go down here and determine if you got anything or not, and if you want to do something different, drop bait or power reel. But this is the greatest search tool probably ever made. So, and a lot of times you'll catch a fish, not just a search tool, you can catch some fish.
Well, you know, you and I talk about that a lot, how you have to keep moving, keep trying
moving.
something else. Angling.
Angling. Now it's taking so long, you gotta remember these baits were 300 feet behind the boat, literally.
Yeah, here it is.
All right.
You catch the little ones doing this, don't you?
Well, right now we do, because so many of the big ones are down deep, and a lot of times I'll catch this size and go back and try and fish deeper and get the bigger fish. So these little guys are more tolerant to hot weather. There you go, Neil. They'll spike up a little higher in the water column. I'm gonna reach over here and grab Ricky's fish.
It doesn't matter. 10 inches long or 2 feet long, it really doesn't matter. Landlocked striped bass. Here is a tip that's so elementary, I almost hate to say it, but I guess I must because it's happened to me. Have you ever put the boat in without the drain plug? I did. Scared my partner to death. We almost sunk, and I had to drive the boat up on someone else's trailer that was at the ramp. So ever since then, I have a little stick-em note, and I put it on the dash of the boat. I'm sorry, I'm absent-minded. It says, drain plug. If you don't need a sticky note, just try to remember, drain plug. Drain plug. And maybe the next time you put in, like I have done more than once, that I had to take the boat out and then put the drain plug in. True Turn Tackle Tip of the Week. Get him, get him, get him.
Got him. All right.
Got him. Man, oh man, I need to swap rods.
It's too late now. Ain't gonna happen, he said.
If this is a small one, O'Neal, I'll let you bring it in first.
No, don't start that with me now.
I gotta save myself for the big ones.
I'll put up a lot of stuff from California, but you're not gonna hand me your rod. No. Here, you can reel him in. No, not doing that. Ricky and I have been friends now for a couple of years, and interesting character. He's Marine, Golden Gloves boxer, and an outdoorsman. It kind of goes together, doesn't it? Oh, you got a good one here, brother?
This one got some meat on it.
Oh, look out. Here, let me get in here and get him for you.
You got him, O'Neal?
I will have him in a minute.
Excellent.
There you go.
Good job, Ricky.
Get him, get him, get him, get him. I swear.
He was tough. Yeah, got it. Get him back out there. I'll slide him over here, Mr. Ricky. Got it. Come on, fella, hold still.
Oh, we got bigger that time, didn't we?
There you go, Ricky.
Hold him up there, brother, and get you.
Show him that's how we do it in California, right, buddy?
Never mind me, I'll just,
Well, we are never minding you, but
yeah.
I'll tell you, but you know why we had to bring him?
I'll just stand over here and hold my rod.
What? He brought biscuits.
He brought me.
Yeah, you gotta have biscuits, right? Yeah. All right, Ricky, slide him over here again. Man, you're making me work hard today. But I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that, buddy.
You good.
I got him. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let me have that. You get your picture made. Show all the folks back in California.
That's right.
We got a few of these things in Georgia now.
Yeah, if it's not for the pictures, nobody would believe him. He's a veteran.
Fish
Got him.
on, fish on, fish on, get him.
We're just about to quit, and the old veteran scores.
Hey, they must be in here really thick now because even he's catching them.
Mac just asked me, do we need to fish any longer? I said, no, we're done. Wham! One of the things I want you to urge you to do is, with a professional guide like Mac and others, I mean, it's not exclusive to him, there's so many different ways to fish according to the time of the year and the water temperature. Each trip is separate, each trip is varied, and you catch stripers, largemouth spotted bass, so many different ways that it makes it a new trip every time. I think I got a pretty good fish on here.
All right.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd
Come
he
up
go?
on this side?
There he is, okay.
All
Ricky,
right.
while you're down there,
Got him.
now that's yeah, I had to, I'm glad
How about that? All right.
Show that bait, Mac.
All right, this is a chipmunk jig, actually a Captain Max chipmunk jig with a 6-inch chartreuse trailer. Very universal striper lure. Matter of fact, Ricky, I bet if you took this back to San Francisco, you'd catch a striper. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you one to take back to San Francisco and send me a picture of a.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yep, they'll eat them out there, but it's good trolling bait, good standard trolling bait, catch lots of these. So we'll let this fella go and grow.
Mac, you struck again, pal.
There he goes. Back down to the deep cold water. All right, good job, gentlemen.
Remember the fall contest from 2015? Well, the results are in, and I'm going to tell you all the winners and what they won. So listen up, maybe you're in there, and we'll put it on the newsletter also. The binoculars go to Chris Markham. Those are the Conus binoculars. The Plot Watcher camera goes to Joshua Coates. The Bass Pro gift card went to Doug Bryan. The Thermacell heated insoles go to Tim Brown. The Zippo camping gear set goes to Joseph Collard. The Realtree outfit goes to Taylor Kirk. The Big Green Egg goes to Harry Conrad. The Game Saver Food Saver vacuum system goes to Leo Skiba. The CVA muzzleloader to David Hicks. And the winner of the grand prize of the Crocodile Bay trip goes to David Horde. And this is the result of the fall contest. I hope you won.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. Year One, Tracker Boats, Bug Band Repellent, Solar Bat Signature Sunglasses, and by O'Neill Outside Spices and Seasonings. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's Big Green Egg Wild Game and Fish recipe.
All right, well, I woke up this morning, was having breakfast. I cooked some grits with country ham, and you can get that recipe the same place you can get this one. But I had some left over, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna cook a nice lunch. O'Neill's off somewhere else, so when he gets back, there'll be lunch. These are shrimp kebabs. I'm gonna add some. This is the accessory firewire that we're putting the kebabs on. It's a flexible skewer, makes it real easy. Put this, if I can get this guy on here. Now it doesn't take long, about 400, 425 degrees. Loop it through just like that right there. Indirect for 5 to 7 minutes. Drop these guys on here. And I'm gonna add the leftover grits to it. Oh yeah, I forgot, I almost forgot some of O'Neill's seasoning. He'll like that. He'll like that I used that on there. I almost forgot about it. There, I'll see you in a minute. Well, I can't wait for O'Neill to get back and try this. It's shrimp kebabs with country ham grits. If you want the recipe, you can go to o'neilloutside.com or biggreenegg.com/recipes.
Time for the Bojangles guest book this week from Randy Strong in Shoreham, Vermont. He really does like the show, and he says there's a lot to be said about the enjoyment of just being out there. You don't have to get a trophy every time. I make that point because that's what O'Neill Outside is about. It's not about the big fish. It's not about the big rack. It's about being out there and understanding the outdoors and making the most of it. If you'd like to win a Bojangles coupon for you and your family, go to o'neilloutside.com. If we use your comment on the air, we'll send you the coupon. It's pretty good fish right here, boys. This is pretty good fish. This is your power reeling technique, and I caught that fish at 100 feet. And he's a pretty good fish, I think. Look at this. I ain't got him off the bottom yet, Mac. In lakes like this, like Lanier, lakes in East Tennessee, lakes in the Western Carolinas, the biggest mistake you make is not fishing deep enough. I was about to say on some of our other trips, you and I, we have fished this spot before.
Yeah, this
We have fished this place before. We
and
really
it has a history of producing big old fish.
There he
like
is.
that. Holy. Now,
Joe.
There you are.
How about that? You're breathing hard, brother.
That's right.
Look at there. Big old Lanier striker. Big old spoon.
Is that
big
what
old
you
striper.
catch in California?
No, nothing like that.
You don't catch them in California like that?
No, nothing like that.
That's a beautiful
Now,
fish.
if you saw that in a store, would you buy this and say, that's what I want to use to go fishing at Lanier or a lake like this for stripers? No, you wouldn't do it unless somebody like Mac showed you how to do it.
And that's what you end up with right there.
You betcha.
All right.
All right, let's get him back in there so we can,
Catch another one.
yeah.
Nice. All right, though. You back in the fishing club now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely, because you
I
was
had,
out, you was
I
you-
had my feelings hurt,
you
but I'm
was-
okay
you was
now.
standing outside earlier. You was just standing outside the door. Oh my
I'm
God.
inside the
You-
building.
Yeah, you
Okay.
inside now.
I'm in the lobby.
Oh, you back in the game now.
I'm gonna catch another one.